30 miles out ACK. An extraordinary afternoon with a gentleman of status and quality and a really nice guy. What's your name, sir?
My name is Stephen Charles McCloud Payer, Payer.
Please tell us about your service and your experience providing services for the United States of America, and thank you for your service.
Well, I was a graduate of Lehigh University, 1956, and at that time, the Korean War era was still in progress, and so I joined the U.S. Naval Air Force after graduating from Lehigh and went into training to become a Navy pilot in Pensacola, Florida.
A Navy pilot? Now that's extraordinary.
And so that was October 56. I joined the Navy and began training and became an officer. I was a college graduate.
And that's your medal on the tip of the
No, that is an officer's badge.
An officer's badge. Yes.
That's an officer's badge.
Awesome.
So I was in a class at Pensacola of 100 guys from colleges throughout the country. And after 6 weeks, the basic training, we started flight engineering studies, aeronautics, meteorology, aircraft aviation, etc. And then began our flight training in February after we all became officers, ensigns in the United States Naval Air Force. So after my training in late 58, I had not gotten my wings at that time, but I was sent over to Korea with the Valley Forge aircraft carrier and was flying an anti-submarine aircraft called the S-2F, anti-submarine. And I brought up a Chinese submarine. China was very much involved in the North Korean War, in case you don't know. And I told the submarine to please surface, and I escorted her back to China.
Wow.
That was my sole contribution to the Korean War. But at that time, there was no combat with North Korea. We were at the truce table in Paris, France, with the North Koreans discussing a truce agreement, which wound up with the 38th parallel, I believe it is.
Well, that's huge. I mean, and that's huge because when we say thank you for your service, we don't realize how much damage you've saved us from, in terms of that type of service. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the home of Bethlehem Steel Corporation, 1935. My father was a doctor there, and I married a girl from Bethlehem who was actually born in Reading. And we got married in 1959 after I left the Naval Air Force, and had 3 children who are all grown up and married, most of them. And it was around 1966 we came to Connecticut, and my daughter was in college at McGill University in Montreal.